growing my beard. Good grief.
Yeah, I need to get a haircut. That's why the only reason I'm wearing a hat.
Yeah, mine's receding, but I should probably cut it as well.
Oh, shit. All right, yeah, there we go. Yeah, got it.
All right.
Where were we? I forgot what we were saying.
Pretty much nothing.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone.
Yes. Welcome. What mic are you using?
I don't know. Like an Amazon Basics XLR mic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. You were just explaining to me that you got a new mic. Fucking Michael Jones. Michael Jones. Who the fuck is Michael Jones? Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Apparently, if it's good enough. So apparently I am the bane of good podcasters' existence. So you're not supposed to buy this microphone until you're like legit.
Bane Cunningham.
Yeah, but because I hate money so much, I went ahead and bought the SM7B. So,
SM7B.
Made by Shure. So yeah.
Is that made in America?
Oh, I hope so.
Or Japan?
I think it's made in America. I'm pretty sure actually it's made. No, it is. No, that's the Cloud Lifter. It was made in the USA. I don't know.
Nothing's made in America except for Broken Jarhead merch, which you can go get at brokenjarhead.com.
Yeah, damn Skippy.
Use your promo code HoogkinBan.
It's made in Germany.
Okay. Oh, fancy.
Yeah, they're basically
Jawohl. Ein, zwei.
Yeah.
Drei. Four.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen. I know some more German words. I was teaching myself German for a little bit. I forgot all the words now.
Of course you were.
Fraulein.
I know Guten Morgen, and that's pretty much it.
Guten Morgen.
Yeah, if I get arrested there, I'm dying in prison. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Spanish, I can ask for drugs.
Yeah. That's
I see some merch back there.
Oh yeah. I got a bunch of the Broken Jarhead stickers.
I like that. I've heard of them.
Yeah, there's new stuff. Oh yeah. I gotta go look at those patches.
So we've got the 2. We got the gummy and the lips. The other 5 should be out in the next month. But yeah, we kind of went hardcore. We just decided to spend about $10,000, and so we got 5 more patches coming. We got all of the challenge coins coming. We have custom packaging too that is coming. So that's kind of cool, just to kind of set us apart from other people and make us look like we're something cool.
Like Broken Jarhead specific packaging.
Yeah, so it's like a plastic bag type thing, or like pouches, and it has a like a window and stuff, and it's got our logo and everything everywhere. So in case somebody wants to sell us on a shelf, we're already ready. So apparently you have to spend money to make money. So we're just spending a ton of money. Not really making any yet, but just spending it.
Yeah. But yeah, that is what they say. Spend money to make money. Penny saved is a penny earned. But I don't know,
something like that.
Don't buy the penny, but
yeah.
No, that's cool. So yeah. You got a lot of new stuff. It's like well, yeah, you got something new going on like every day. I was gonna say it's like you're for real. But so if I were to take like a snapshot of like all the stuff that I know you have going on now, and then probably like when I first became aware of you, it's crazy like the distance you've traveled. I feel like
it's been a crazy 4 months for sure.
Yeah, that's crazy to me that it's only been that long, but now you're like an official fucking incorporated. You got fucking manufacturing going on, merchandising, your fucking marketing, your website is up, you're expanding on that. Now you're doing a podcast now.
So we were kind of just pussies to start the podcast, and we finally just went for it. But yeah, we've got the website, the blog, the podcast. The podcast is just something fun to do. It's only 15 minutes, so we just get on there. And someone said, "Oh, where do you come up with your content? It sounds so genuine." And humble brag there. And really, Nick and I just go back to the Marine Corps, and that is no different than how we speak to each other. We're just that degenerate. So sometimes we'll just be sitting in Zoom talking about stuff, and I'm like, "Oh crap, we got to push record," and then it's like, "Hey, Nick." So yeah, I mean, it's just a fun additional outlet, and put some plugs in there and have some fun. So it's actually taken off a lot faster than I expected. Apparently, people like listening. My wife and kid don't like listening to me, but apparently other people do. So random strangers do. I'll take that.
Yeah, that's usually how it works, right?
Yeah.
Family can't stand us, but
no.
So we got to go find strangers
Exactly. But yeah, it's called so it's on Apple as well. That was pretty funny because we got on there with just a 1 minute and 40-second trailer. But the Broken podcast was already taken. So we just added Broken Jarhead before it. So it's in a colon. So it's Broken Jarhead, the Broken podcast.
Broken Jarhead, the Broken podcast. Okay.
So we got the Broken blog, the Broken podcast.
Okay.
Everything's just broken.
Everything's broken except for the links.
Links are good, yeah.
Podcast, blogs. Damn, I had a question. What was I going to say? Who knows? Press forward. Okay. So how did that come about when you... All right, so I don't know how much... Well, I guess you do a podcast with them, so it's all right to talk about your buddy Nick. Do you guys... So like I said, I think I said before, I for sure listened to 1. I'm not sure about 2, and I for sure haven't listened to 3 yet. Do y'all talk about how it came about? How y'all's personal history, or you just kind of just like...
We haven't yet.
Throw all of us are just along for the ride.
Pretty much that. You basically walked in during a barracks room conversation.
Yeah, we woke up. Yeah, we just woke up in the middle of it.
Yeah.
What the fuck? All right. I guess this is happening now.
We haven't even explained why it's a zebra and a giraffe on the logo yet. So it'll come. But yeah, I think we've told them that we were in the Marine Corps together, but that's pretty much it. So yeah, not too much background in there at all. It's just like a quick 1 minute intro and then get right into random topics that the quote unquote fans submit. So that makes it kind of fun. Apparently Discord is where it's at. So you saw that this morning. Now we have a Discord so we can get some topics in there. Yeah. Patreon went live today, so maybe we can get some people to support the show. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm excited, but yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So the Discord. All right, so I'm also... I feel like an old man. I also just got literally yesterday.
Oh yeah, I don't know how this
just got on there.
Works.
So I don't know. So if people want to find it, I guess that's what I'm getting at. What do they do to find the Discord?
Good luck. Well, what we were going to do with it is when people subscribe or whatever you do on Patreon, you'll get exclusive content. What we want to gear it towards is that when you are joined with Patreon, you can submit topics to the show, but we don't have enough people yet. So we still accept topics on Facebook. So if you join the Patreons for $1, you get the link. Otherwise, if you're in our private Facebook group, you can get the link. And if you're not, then you don't get the link.
Okay. Well, then let's do this. How do we get to the Patreon? What's Patreon /
Yeah. So it's patreon.com/Broken Jarhead. That's a good first step.
Boom.
Oh, and what we're doing is we looked at all of our competition and what they were offering and tried to beat it. So a lot of people will say, oh, if you sponsor us for $25, we'll give you a free t-shirt. Well, we have $1, $5, $10, $25, and $50. Obviously, no moron's going to support for $50, but we might as well put it there. And so what we do...
Someone might just want to flex and be like...
Right, yeah. If you want to flex...
I'm in the top tier.
Yeah, definitely flex. But starting at $5 on up, if every single month, you'll get a $5 gift certificate to the store. So you're not going to get, so if you spend $25, you're not going to get a shirt one time. You're going to get a gift certificate to our brokenjarhead.com, and you can buy whatever you want. And then every month that it re-ups, you're going to get sent another gift certificate to go use. So
I like it.
And it's not like spend $4,000 and you get $25 off. You just get $25 worth of product for free. So yeah,
I like it, man.
Gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, the gonorrhea of fucking merchandise. I like it.
Yeah, that marketing degree came in useful every once in a while.
I keep fucking forgetting that you have a marketing degree too. That's crazy.
I'm like a snake oil salesman, basically.
Yeah. Something like that. I'm trying to think of a good thing, but I'm not. So let's press forward.
Yeah.
Let's get past that. That's cool. All right, so they go to Patreon. They can get on Patreon. The tiers. Damn, dude, I like that. It's beautiful.
I actually created the Patreon. Well, Shannon over the Basic Vet told me about it, and so I created it. But I was like, no one's gonna follow this shit. Just with the website. And then we were doing the podcast. 2 weeks ago, I never would have assumed that I was going to do a podcast. And I was like, oh, maybe we'll get that Patreon going and actually come up with something. So we've sunk a lot of money into the mics and all of this shit to set up the the studio. So we figure we offer some inside stuff that you can see, some extra footage or behind the scenes stuff, topic selection. Exactly. Yeah. So we're gonna make fake commercials, so you'll be able to see some of our more raunchy ones that we can't put other places. They'll be on there. So
that when you said like, we got our first sponsor and I listened to it when it started out, I was like, okay, cool. And then like as it got into it, I was like, oh, he got me. All right. No, that's funny. That's clever. Yeah, I like it. No, there's some good ones on there. Or that one that you sent. That was good. That was funny.
Yeah, Adam and Steve. So you saw the My First Willy. Adam and Steve also has My First Fleshlight coming out. So stay tuned for that. Adam and Steve has got it going on. Yeah, we're gonna create fake companies and go back to them. So, a couple weeks later, you might hear, and from Adam and Steve, the makers of My First Willy, comes My First Fleshlight, that kind of thing. So just have fun with it until we get kicked off of Apple.
Okay, yeah. So let's move that then. So for the podcast, so you are on Apple for now.
Yeah.
Where else? Are there any other?
Yeah, we're everywhere. Apple, Spotify, Google.
Okay.
You can say, hey Alexa, play Broken Jarhead podcast. She'll play it. Yeah, we hit it hard. And hold on. Alexa, cancel. Dumb bitch. So yeah. Anywhere you're getting your podcast. I don't even know the word. We're there somehow.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Booty squeezy. All right, so you got the blog. So what are you doing with the blog?
Just spamming people. No, we have, so Shannon's written an article. We want to have some guest contributors write stuff. It goes anywhere from just like drug fueled diatribes to real talk. A couple weeks ago, I posted one about my struggle with alcohol. Just to level it out, and our whole goal is to reach out to vets and help them get through whatever they're dealing with, whether it's suicide or alcoholism or depression or whatever it is just make them smile, make them laugh, and level with them, talking about alcoholism, talking about counseling and therapy, that kind of stuff, and getting it. And so we're speaking the silent parts out loud. So not a lot of vets talk about struggles with alcoholism. So that's what we're going to talk about. So the blog is more of a in-depth, read. It's only like 5-minute read. And we send it out. If you're a subscriber, we'll send it to your email and you can read it. Just a quick 5-minute read. And some of them are funny. Some of them are kind of outlandish, and then some of them are serious.
Ooh, wow. I like that's cool. Yeah. So right now is it I'm trying to think of. All right, so you said Shannon wrote an article, right? Is that what
he wrote one, yeah.
So how are you just, so is this like members are right, or you have specific people, or right now you're just kind of
so
as to go along?
We'll give you access to specifically the blog to be able to write. So you have to get approved to do it. We're not just going to let everybody post, but yeah, it's on a different website. So that's brokenjarhead.blog. But it actually, that URL takes you to the brokenpodcast.live. So it's separate from the main, merchant account, brokenjarhead.com, just to kind of split up the traffic and not bog down the, the server and that kind of thing. So anything blog related or podcast related is completely separate. But yeah, just give access to certain contributors and let them go on there and vent. So you're welcome to if you want.
I like it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm put some dark stuff on there.
It's more than welcome.
That's interesting. So are you sober right now, or so you a friend of Bill, as they say?
Yeah. I haven't had any alcohol for over a year. Yeah. So.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah, I am semi on the same train. Yeah, like so I mean, my last drink, well, not my last drink. So this is how I'm counting it. So from Veterans Day 2019, I didn't drink. I've drank once since Veterans Day 2019. I guess that's the easiest way to say it.
Yeah.
And it was because I mean, I don't remember if I talked to you about it before. I have been to so for the Marine Corps we have, what is it, SACO program.
Oh yeah, the SACO.
Yeah, so I've done
CCC.
like SACO and then ASAP through the Army, and then I went to like an inpatient thing as well. So I did like, I'm not gonna tell the whole story, but yeah, no, that's interesting.
Yeah, you actually see it
that you're doing that.
You actually see it more than you would think about. I got a lot of mail and messages talking about that, saying, "Hey, I thought I was the only one, dealing with this and struggling with this. There's a lot more people out there struggling with it that want to quit than people think. I mean, you don't have to necessarily quit completely. You just have to. I mean, Nick's on the podcast drinking every episode. You just have to be able to control it. For me, it was best to just cut it out completely. So first it was like, I won't drink liquor because I don't want to be, drunk and hungover, and you don't just sip vodka just to feel a buzz.
Bargaining.
Right, exactly. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the technical term. Yeah. So, but then after a while, it was just like, I'm sick of being tired and hungover and non-productive and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm just gonna quit. It's just pointless. I'll get my extra calories from eating a Little Debbie or something like that,
Your wife's named Debbie.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah. That's makes sense. That's kind of like the way the realization that I came to for myself was like. So I was like, let me think. So I was like, the way that I drink is like problematic. I wasn't getting like DUIs or anything like that, but then I was just fucking shit up, and then I wasn't as productive as I needed to be, and then also like I found kind of the interpersonal relationships that I had were basically they were all, because I used alcohol as like my social lubricant, so it's like all my relationships were pretty much based on like me drinking. So it's like I didn't interact with people unless so then I started figuring out, I was like, none of these things are really panning out. None of these relationships are like panning out in a positive way.
Right.
Because I'm basing them in liquid. They're all fucking foundation of liquid, so they don't hold up. And then I was like, all right, so, and it's not a matter of like, if I like, so, that's to simplify. I think the realization I came to was alcohol isn't a problem if I don't put it in my body. So then I was like, all right, I just won't drink. So then I did that for a while. And then after a while, I kind of, Jesus, what the? I'm sorry, my phone is going crazy. But then I figured out, oh shit. Oh, wait. What is today's date? Oh, today's Tuesday. Sorry, I fucked up my alarm. I set an alarm for an appointment a day early.
Oh.
Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I figured, as long as if I don't put it in my body, then I won't have any problems. And then so I did that for a while, and then like I said, like Veterans Day 2019, like I was like, all right, this is basically all the people I'm putting around me are bullshit. So I just like canceled that. And then COVID hit.
Yeah.
So they made it really easy because it's like,
you didn't feel the peer pressure.
Yeah, there was nowhere. Yeah, I wasn't going out, I wasn't going anywhere. So there's no reason like to drink. And then I don't drink at home. So it's like that year went super easy in that respect. Yeah, and then and then I drank with some Marine buddies, because we used to do a thing, Marine night, where we just fucking get plastered and do shit every once in a while at my old company. So then we did a thing a couple months ago. So for me now, it's like I don't know, a lot of people, they think they're like, because I've had counselors that said this too, like when I was active duty still, and then like I would drink, and they're like, oh well, aren't you a recovering alcoholic? Like, don't you think that's dangerous? And I was like, maybe, but you know what I mean? It's like,
well, yeah, see, that's the thing, is you don't have to either be a drunk or be sober. Like, you can find that balance. The key really is getting your mind right.
Yeah.
So I don't have any like cravings for alcohol or anything, because
me neither.
I didn't drink. It wasn't like I drank because I wanted to be drunk. I drunk because I wanted to turn my brain off, right?
Right.
And so once I got my brain right, I didn't feel the need to suppress anything. And so it was easy to stop drinking. So as long as your mind's right, there's nothing wrong in having alcohol. My wife still drinks alcohol, and you know, it's just in moderation. As long as you're not addicted to needing it, or your body doesn't require it, you're fine. So it's not like you have to just sober up, get help, and never have any fun. You know, I think too many people look at it in the black and white sense.
But
don't trick yourself into thinking, or fake yourself out like I did, where it's like, I'm gonna start drinking again, I can handle it. And then it just goes downhill again. You gotta be real with yourself.
And I agree with all that. And it's different for different, because there are some people where it's, they say the slippery slope, it's a really sharp slope for them. So it's like, if they rinse their mouth with alcohol mouthwash, then it's like tomorrow they're going to be shooting up heroin through their dick.
Right.
It's like some people that does happen, you know what I mean? So I get it. Like some people have to like, nope, can't touch it, can't be around it.
Yeah, you can't walk on the same side of the road as the liquor store or something.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So it's different for all people, and I think that's something, even amongst people like, I'll say like you and me that have, I always think it's weird to say, I struggled with this. People that, it's an issue or something that you have to consider or deal with.
Right.
So for us, even for us, there's all the different layers to it, and then the different, I don't know, just personal specifics or details of how it affects our lives, and then the way that other people look at it. It's like I would have, because before my dad used to ask me all the time, he'd be like, so how's your drinking? And I was like, well, I do it pretty well. But, you know what I mean? Because I get his intention in his question. He's really asking like, how is my life? Like how he really just wants to know that I'm doing well in life, or that I'm, that I'm healthy, I'm taking care of myself, and if he can help, he wants to know how. So, and in his mind, that's the only way he knows to ask that or express it, is like, so how's your drinking? But for me, it's like, all right, well, I felt like people are defining me by my drink, by alcohol, by drinking. So everyone's like, oh, there's an alcoholic, and oh, are you sober now? Or it's like, well, yeah, I'm sober. It's like, you're sober now, right? So why do we have to like make this distinction of I'm not drinking right this second, so now we have to like put me in these like these labels.
Well, I think it's interesting as well that you have to, if you stop drinking so many times, you have to make excuses for why. Like if someone offers you a cigarette and you say, no, I don't smoke. No, not very many people will say, what? You don't smoke? But if you go to a party and someone offers you a drink and say, no, thank you, I don't drink. It's like, what do you mean you don't drink? Everybody drinks, right? It's like alcohol is the only drug, or whatever you want to call it, that you have to make an excuse for. And that was one of the things that I, struggle with, like you're talking about with the peer pressure and that kind of thing. But the underlying effects that I looked at when I was making my decision is kind of like you're talking about. I found that common denominator of all of like 95% of the bad things that occurred in the past, 8 years, the common denominator was alcohol.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have to look myself in the mirror at the end of the day. Nobody else is looking at me. And so it just became that I'm not making an excuse. Why don't I drink alcohol? Because I don't fucking want to. That's it. Like, if you have a problem with that, I don't need you as a friend, right? So yeah, I can appreciate, like, I was kind of a wine snob, so I can pour wine for my wife and like breathe it in and appreciate the smell and have no temptation to taste it. Because yeah, it's just, you know, I don't have to make an excuse anymore. That mostly came from getting the help, and actually, you know, Marines always put on a strong, confident front, but I think the majority of them, it's a fake confidence. And once I got the help, I felt confident to be me, and it was easier to be like, yeah, I'm not going to make any excuses. So if you know, my wife can drink around me and I have no problem. My friends can drink around me and there's no problem. There's not like, oh, you know, whispering like, oh, Shane's recovering, you know, he's an alcoholic, he can't have drinks. It's just, it is what it is. Shane doesn't drink. These people drink. If you want to join Shane and not drink, go not drink. That's it.
Right. Yeah.
You know? So yeah, you got to surround yourself with the right kind of people. And if you feel pressured into drinking every time you go out and they can't appreciate your decisions, then you probably don't need those people as a friend.
Right. I agree. And that's, yeah. So I think there's been two like distinct times in my life where I've had to do that. Like one when I was active duty and I was leaving one duty station and I was going to another. And it was kind of like at that PCS is when I was just like, because I like kind of like looked around and evaluated the people that I had friends, and it was the same thing that I realized again later, what I was just talking about earlier about saying like all my relationships were built on alcohol basically. It's because like all my friends were people that would party, and because there was a time too, like I was drinking like every day. So I basically planned, it was like, all right, if I'm gonna go somewhere and there's no alcohol there, then I'm like, I'm not gonna go. What's the point?
Oh yeah. All of my life events were planned around alcohol.
Yeah. So yeah, I did that, and then and looking back on it now, I can be like, oh yeah, it makes sense. But back then I was in the middle of it, so I felt it, but I didn't realize what it actually was, and it was just that thing that I just keep saying about everyone around me. It was kind of like you, or it's kind of like I wanted, you know, I was enabling myself by surrounding myself with enablers for that type of environment. And then I had to like make all right, no, I'm just done. So I didn't have to explain myself. And I've gone through that like a couple times. But yeah, and I think, that's other things. So in the military, maybe it's a little bit different now. I guess I've been out for like 4 or 5 years, but like when I was in, it was just on the cusp of kind of being acceptable to go to treatment, or even just going to the SACO and being like, hey, I want to like take classes or whatever. Because for me, when I went, I was lucky, like my buddy was the assistant SACO, so I went to him first, and I was like, hey, I think I want to go to classes, but I'm afraid of like, because you
don't get in trouble or someone's gonna report you to the command.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't want to be, because I feel like if I start going to classes through SACO, then that makes it like official. Then my name goes in a book that the command sees, and then I'm like, all right, now it's gonna be follow me around, or it's gonna be
right.
So I had to check with him, and he went to the command, and they're like, no, it actually looks good to like for me to be coming to them first instead of like after having a problem. So I got lucky there, and at the time at that place, my command liked me too, so I got lucky with them letting me go, and I went and did the inpatient program and stuff like that, which was good, which was great for me because like at that time too, like I was still on the whole, like I wouldn't go to like I had a broken bone in my wrist, and I never went to medical. Like I didn't find out that it had been broken until years later when I did go to medical. And they took an x-ray, and they're like, so when you broke your wrist before? And I was like, oh, wait, what do you mean? Like, yeah, you have you can see in here where the bone broke and it was in a heel. And I was like, oh, news to me. But so the point of me saying that is that I did go, and then going to treatment, it was a lot of, I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, this is what alcohol does to your body, blah, blah, blah. But it was a lot of like behavioral health. It was like group group therapy, a lot of therapy, and looking at what, like you said, the underlying issues of what feeds into the drinking. So not the drinking specifically, but the underlying issues that and like lead up to that. And that was huge for me. It changed my entire mindset. And like I don't know if I would have been able to make a lot of the life changes that I've made without having done that or going through that program.
Yeah, that's the one that really helped me, is like the cognitive behavioral therapy.
Yeah.
So it's, what makes you want a drink, right?
Yeah.
And so they dig into your life and find these events that are suppressed, that you sometimes don't really remember, or you remember them, but you don't remember their impact on you because your brain has suppressed it. But it does impact you subliminally, and they bring that out and you battle it, right?
Yep.
And so now when your brain processes it, it doesn't process it as this is still a problem, let me suppress it, and if there's alcohol, it'll help it out. When that comes up, it's now, oh yeah, I already took care of that, right? It's like, I don't know what to compare it with. It's like having a dirty dish. It's like, I already cleaned that dish, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just letting the dish sit on the counter day after day after day, and every time you see it, it makes you upset and you wish you would have done something with it. Now you actually clean the dish and put it away, and there's no more dish.
Yeah, so, it's like if you just like put a newspaper over the dirty dish.
Right, exactly. You still know that it's there. You still know eventually you're going to have to take care of it. It still makes you feel like your entire house is dirty when you come home. But if you just do the dish, it's fixed. And that's what they help you do, is find those dirty dishes and clean them.
Yeah.
So just deal with them and be done with them, and move on with your life.
Yeah, so. For sure. Yeah, that was huge for me. Yeah, specifically it's cognitive behavioral. I can't remember the whole acronym for it, but
CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy.
There it is. Yeah. So there's, that's huge too. I think. So then, that also kind of goes into the thing. Obviously, I'm no expert. I'm just saying this from my personal experience. So, like they say, what is it? Comorbidity, the comorbid symptoms or whatever. So it's basically like alcohol usually comes along with. So it's like a psychological.
Like an underlying reason.
Yeah.
So it's like something.
So it's like so it's like, I'm depressed. I have depression and anxiety, and then that comes along with like substance. A lot of times those come along with substance abuse, because people are like, for me, I was self-medicating. For me, it was like I had anxiety from social interactions. And so I would self-medicate by drinking alcohol so that I like numb myself out, and then I was able to interact socially. But then like those relationships weren't, like panning out, whatever a relationship panning out is. It wasn't. I didn't feel like they were positively impacting my life, or I didn't feel like I was a positive impact in the people's lives I was interacting with. So then I would be like, feel like sad, I'd feel low, I'd feel depressed or unfulfilled. So
you just go up and down.
Yeah, so it's like the anxiety led into the drinking, which led into the depression, and then it turns into
it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, and it's like a dirty cycle.
To cover up the depression, then you drink a little more.
Yeah.
So that's exactly how it goes.
Which is just pouring gasoline on fire.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, so it's huge, to learn about that stuff. Like you said, the underlying issues. Even just learning the concept of, I can't remember the specifics, comorbid, but basically
I don't know,
having multiple issues that feed each other. So even just learning that exists, the concept of multiple symptoms or issues feeding into each other. Then I was like, so I can identify specific things and then start to evaluate how they interact with each other, and like
and you take a different route to deal with them. It's like stress eating. Like a lot of people will eat a lot when they get stressed. Well, if you can learn how to handle that stress in a different way, then you no longer feel the need to eat to take care of that stress, right?
Right.
Whereas if you just try to diet you're still stressed out, and then you end up going back to it. It's that it's like a tandem thing. There's an underlying reason that you do something constantly.
Right. Yeah. No, exactly. Yes. Yeah. All that stuff was huge for me. So I guess if there's any. So if I could go back in time and tell myself all that stuff I just said, like sooner, that would have been cool.
If I went back in time and told myself all of that stuff, my old self would have told me to kick rocks.
Yeah, that's probably also a good point too.
But the thing is, coming through all of it, I was able to get through it. I mean, I give all of the acknowledgement to God. I'm a Christian. I have a foul mouth and make bad art, but at the root of it, I am a Christian, and God helped me get through a lot of things, right? So that helps a lot if you're not religious. Just having something, will help you. But now that I'm stronger on the other end and having come through it all, I think the important thing is then using it to help other people who are struggling, right? And I think some of us are too embarrassed or ashamed or whatever to put it out there, right? That I was a raging alcoholic, and because it is embarrassing, but the amount of support that I got, where it's like, hey, it took a lot of courage to say that kind of thing, and that helped me. That's what keeps you going. Now, are you going to have some people that make fun of you? Yeah, but go fuck yourself, right? I think it's all for nothing if you just go on about your life and you never want to help anybody else do it. So I think, do I have regrets? Sure. Yeah, I wish things would have gone differently, but you can't live on those regrets, right?
Right.
So you just buckle, lace your boots up and you help someone. Otherwise, you're always gonna look on those regrets. So instead of looking back and saying, "Oh, I was a shit bag," right? I was a bad husband, bad father, bad Marine, bad everything. You say, "Well, I learned from it. I know what not to do. Let me go find the next guy that needs a little bit of help." And that's one of the things. I mean, in boot camp, you remember is you're doing it for the brother or sister to your left and your right. And I think we forget that a lot of times as veterans. We say we want to help, but we're not actually there. We're not honest with ourselves, and we mock and ridicule. And we have to like punch and jab. We can never show feeling. We can never show weakness. And I think every once in a while, if you just slow down and say, "Hey, I struggle with this. Does anybody else need help?" You're going to get a good response. So yep. You gotta help other people, or else you're going to constantly think back on all the negativity.
I agree. Oh yeah, for sure. And I guess part of that too is, it's a difficult balance too. Cause like you said, even if you could have gone back in time and told yourself what you know now, you'd have been like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
And now that I'm thinking, I guess the timing just had to work out the way it did.
Yeah.
And then luckily, like I said, like my buddy, the Sacco, who he was the assistant Sacco at the time, he wasn't like coming to me and be like, "Hey man, you need to fix this" or whatever. Yeah. Like came to the point where when I was ready, I went to him and asked him about it. Cause like before, for like a long time before that, people had told me too that like, "Man, you drink a lot, or do you think you need to like a change it or something?" Usually it was like females that would be like, "Why do you drink so much? You get drunk, you do this and do that." And I'm like, well, all right, well then don't hang out with me. That was like my mindset. I was like, if you don't like it, then all right, go do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like, don't tell me to change my life so that you're happy. You know what I mean? It's how I looked at it. Yeah. And because for me, I don't know. For me, it kind of worked. Yeah. Like whatever I was doing in my life, I was like, hey, I'm fine with this. I had to get to the point where I was like, admit to myself, like, all right, I don't like a lot of things that are happening. I need to do something to figure out what's going on. And of course, I'm sure I went through like iterations of, they have the whole thing like denial, blah, blah, whatever. All that anger, all the stages. Yeah. And I used to always make the joke, like, no, I'm not in denial. I know I'm an alcoholic. I was like, I drink every fucking day. I was like, so I don't need to go. I don't need to go to meetings. I'm already past that first step. It's how, like the joke that I would make. So it really took the time for me to be ready, and then also luckily there were people there that I was able to go to. So I guess like what you're saying, we never know what's the word. So I guess it's kind of like narcissistic in a way to think that we are the ones that like are saving other people.
Yeah.
But it's important to do like I feel like what you're saying is to express that we're I guess open and available for people, so that, and then also I don't know, I think maybe, I don't know if it helps or not, even talking about like all the stupid shit and mistakes that I made. Maybe hopefully someone can be like, oh shit, all right, I thought I was the only one doing stupid shit, or well,
exactly.
that's way worse than whatever I did. So hopefully like people can be like, all right, yeah, I can, if I want, it's not, I don't know, maybe hopefully we're like chopping away at some of that, the stigma or embarrassment of it.
Yeah, exactly, to make it more of a normal topic, right?
Right. And I know a lot of people too were worried about their jobs and how that would reflect. So I can say for me, so the job that I had in the military, I had to, you know, get a clearance for that job for what I was doing. And a lot of people are worried to even like take medication. So I got diagnosed with ADD while I was in the Marine Corps. And and then eventually they were prescribing ADD meds. And then, like I said, so I went to inpatient treatment as well. But I was just, so when I'm at that point, I had made the decision. I was like, you know what, I need to do this. It's something that I have to do regardless of what the consequences are at work or whatever. Cause it's like, my life is just going to be fucking ruined if I don't do anything about this. So I didn't know going in how it would turn out, but having come out on the other side, I know for a fact that as long as you're honest and you are forthright in you like going to the treatment and being like, hey, yeah, I'm trying to fix this thing. As long as you acknowledge it first. Like I have an official, I had to get official, what are those called when you, a waiver. So like every year when I got re-interviewed for my adjudication or whatever, I had to like be like, hey, yeah, I went to treatment for this and this is what happened. I haven't had any incidents before or after.
Right.
So then I got a waiver basically. So I guess me saying all that, the point of me saying that is, one is it's easy to say, yeah, fuck everything, make sure you take care of yourself. That's easy to say. Who knows if we do that? I'd never listened to that before either. So but I guess that's obviously what we should be thinking about. Got to take care of ourselves. But if you're worried about it affecting your job, like I feel like I'm an example of someone that like I went to inpatient treatment. I had a bunch of issues, but I was kind of attacking them head on, and I was upfront about it. It wasn't like my command had to find out on Monday, be like, oh, well,
you were being proactive. If you're proactive with what you're doing, as opposed to you got arrested for it or something like that. Yeah, without telling what I do now, I can guarantee you will not lose your clearance. Mental issues, unless you're put on lithium or something like that because you're just batshit crazy, you're not going to lose your clearance. You know, going and getting help for alcohol or whatever it may be, you're not gonna. You're fine. So if you need help, go get help. But you're right. There is that stigma that, especially with people with clearances, that they're gonna lose their clearances. And there's a lot of special security officers that are not educated enough. And they make it seem that way as well, but it's not the case. It's not the case. And if anybody does tell you that, I know a lot of people in very high places reach out to me, and I will make sure I will go to their office at the Pentagon and make sure that you're good. So
that's a good point. That's another thing too, because for me, even let's see, like when I was coming up on getting out of the Marine Corps, and like after I got out and I was applying for jobs, like some of them, because they would ask, they'd be like, do you have any what is it called? Not police, like legal issues or whatever. Or like mental health or whatever. So then I would put that on there, and then they would call me back and they like have me talk them through like me going to treatment and stuff like that. And it's frustrating because it's like sometimes I get people that, you know, they know what's up. Like they have experience with it or something, and they're just like, oh, okay, this, just properly log everything. But then sometimes like you get people that are like, oh, so I don't know how to describe it. So it's like they have no personal experience with it, and then they also have like their whole idea of someone having been to inpatient treatment or rehab. Their whole idea of it is like from what they've seen on TV. So they're like, so then they have no understanding of it. So then they kind of like, I don't know. I guess I don't know how to just describe it properly. Maybe it was just a whole an emotional thing that I had because I was dealing with like an investigator that was like trying to tell me that it was a problem, and I'm like, no, this is not. It's like I have a fucking official adjudication, like, and I've dealt with this over the years. This is something like from way in the past. I was like, this. And they're like, oh, well, I don't know. And I was like, well, I do know. It's like,
a lot of investigators.
If it was a problem, then I shouldn't have been working for the past whatever years that I had been. So
the investigators are investigating. They don't do any of the adjudications, and most of them don't know. I mean, I had one that was asking me while I was getting my master's. They're like, so you go to school full time? And I said, yes. And they said, well, how do you, and you work full time? Yes. And you have a family? Yes. Well, how are you able to do all of that? And I said, I don't understand how that has anything to do with my clearance. But if you want personal, I said, if you want personal edification, I do it by time management. But they wrote it down. What are you talking about? That hasn't. Okay, here's the question that an investigator would ask is, how do you pay for your school?
Yeah,
I use the GI Bill, right? Well, if you're not using the GI Bill, you want to make sure that, I get money from the Chinese government, right? That's what they're looking into. The fact that you're going to school full time and working full time is not a problem to get a security clearance. But I mean, a lot of the investigators are straight out of school. They think like $5,000 in debt is a lot of debt, and some of them are idiots. So
they all feel like they're saving the world, which, I mean, their job is necessary, but it's just like, like the Lance Corporals at the, or like a PFC at the gate, coming onto base, like brand new PM, like military police PFC is the fucking worst because they're all supermoto. They all think that they're like, no, I'm the one that's going to stop ISIS from getting a bomb on the base.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're gonna save the world.
So it's kind of a similar thing, but then it gets weird because you're dealing with like behavioral health, mental health, like emotional stuff, and then they're like digging at you on it. Then it gets difficult, and I can understand that. But I guess, like I said, I'm going back to say again that just for people that don't, or maybe experience or don't know, just be honest and go forward with it. Make sure. Take care of your health, and then be honest about the steps that you're taking in it.
And
don't be
ashamed.
The stigma is significantly lower than it was.
I don't even tell them I had a problem with alcohol.
I don't. Well, I guess I have to. I think I have to, because you
have it documented, but
mine's documented. So it's like,
but so I guess if anybody's listening, if you're in that situation, it's going to be since your previous investigation. So if you are 3 investigations down the line and they ask you about it, your answer is nothing. There's no news since my last investigation. You don't have to bring it up. 15 years ago, I had to go to, inpatient therapy or whatever it may be.
Right.
They're looking for, since your last investigation, have any of these things occurred? And if they try to pry into it, you don't have to answer them. Right. All of the facts are in there. It's already been adjudicated. I don't need to discuss it. Since my last investigation, I have not gone to inpatient therapy or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And some of them won't like it, but they can't do anything about it.
Right. And if they do bring it up, they're like, oh, I saw it here. How come you didn't say this?
Yeah, it's already in there. It's already in the notes.
Hey, I'm not hiding it. It's in my official record. I'm not hiding it. So.
Well, and the questions that they ask are supposed to be phrased that way. Since your last investigation, or in the past 5 years. There's only a couple where it's have you ever? Yeah. And a lot of times they go above and say have you ever instead of since your last investigation or in the past 5 years. When it comes to drugs and stuff like that, your first investigation gets it. After that, it's since your last investigation, have you had this or this happen? Nope. Right? Because all the documentation is already there. You're not going to adjudicate differently if there's no additional paperwork. And if they try to do that, you appeal it, and now they're have legal issues. So yeah, it's kind of a mess, and they need to have better oversight of it. But
right,
what are you gonna do? So yeah. So what are we doing with this marketing thing?
Oh yeah. So this is I'll put on the spreadsheet. So this is my basic idea. Yeah, so this is just the whole premise. Basically, a promo package box that would go to. All right, so yeah. My mind is a fucking crazy place. So yeah, so I have a buddy that's an instructor at a schoolhouse. So we would send him the promo box, and it would come with like specific, it would be like however many stickers, maybe like the way I was thinking about it, like for my buddy, it's like, oh, this is the art that I like the most. And I'm like, all right, so give him like a hoodie or a t-shirt or I don't know, tank tops. Are you thinking about tank tops for the summer?
Yeah.
So basically something like that for whoever the person receiving the box, like something like big like that. And then a bunch of stickers or coins or whatever. And then each of them has the little promo code on there so that they can pass them out to the students or use it like a prize. Like,
that's a good idea. Yeah.
You got 100 on your fucking quiz. Here you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
You're the Lance Corporal I want to bang. Here's a sticker. There you go. And then so then that way, then all the students, because I feel like one of the best places I could see like people liking this, so it's gonna be like, especially amongst like like boots. Especially like coming
Supermoto.
There we go. That's what it is. Because even when I came out of boot camp, I'll have to find a picture. I was as they say, motard. I was a fucking motard. Like I had jeans with the belt, and I tucked my shirt in, and I bought like all these moto, like all my shirts said like Marine Corps on them, and then I had like a fucking a hat with the big ass EGA on the front. Oh, wow. And I will take my cover off, like my hat off, when I walked inside of a building. Like it was gross. It was pretty disgusting. But those are the kind of people I feel like they're like, oh shit, I'm gonna spend my whole $500 paycheck on.
Yeah, right. Especially some of the designs, like with the drop bodies and stuff like that.
Yeah, that one, drop bodies, not packets. That one's fucking sweet. So a couple of my buddies really like that. I mean, I really like it too, but I think it's pretty sweet. It's very specific, but I feel like if we can get them into those schoolhouses, or even I gotta find out if I know people still in the fleet, because I know even like, especially for guys that are like the Broken Jarhead game for like going to the field.
Yeah.
It would be the same idea. Like if I know someone that's like a fucking company guns or something over there, like send it to them and they can fucking hand it down to the platoons or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then I guess that's the whole basic premise for that idea, is just like a box. I don't know if like, and I was trying to think like a good, like, even actually I guess we can talk about the specific numbers would be offline, but that would pretty much be it. Send the box, and then they can hand them out, and then see how that turns out, like kind of what the turnover rate or the I don't know what the technical term,
conversion rate.
Yeah, like the conversion rate for.
Yeah. I think if we do some like custom business cards or postcard or something like that, and I think even if you did, like, let's say you whoever gets the top score in the class or something gets that drop bodies.
Oh yeah, you could even do like specific
competitions or contests or something like that. They get this coin or whatever, that kind of thing. Everybody else wants it, they go check it out. And then hook up the person that's promoting it with some free stuff. That works.
What about like a top student coin that would come with like a Broken Jarhead certificate? NFT it.
Yeah, that's cool. Ooh. That's cool. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we can customize it a little bit.
Yeah, because it's like each class, like one would like, oh, this is a very specific coin or something that it's like I'm the one, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
man, I like it.
Yeah, that'd be good. We just got to figure out how much money we're going to sink into the box, like how much it's going to cost to ship, how many we're going to ship out. That's really what determines it. If we're only going to send out 10 of these boxes, then we can obviously put a little bit more money into each one.
Right.
But yeah, once we get a couple points of contact, we got 10 people or something like that, and send them I don't know, $50 box or something.
Yeah.
Like it's quite a bit of stuff.
Yeah. So I have like 3 ELCs off the top of my head right now, or that I started working on my list. But okay, yeah, I like that. So let's say if I compile a list of 10 point of contacts, would that be a good number to start, you think?
Yeah, I mean, even 5 to 10, however you want to do it. We can just modify based off of it. We could, start with 3 or start with 5 or whatever it is, and say, okay, we can do, depending on who they are, where they are, this many stickers or this many patches, and just tweak the numbers that we give them based off of who our demographic is, right?
Right.
And so that's the technical term.
Well, no. I was gonna say the other thing too. I forgot about, since for some of them that are going specifically to schoolhouses, like my buddy was like, yeah, a lot of this stuff on here, I don't think I can pass out because I'll get an EO violation. So I was like, oh yeah, that's fair. So we'll put, like EO safe stuff in there, and then they can go to the website for the fun.
Yeah. You don't want to get anybody in trouble. We'll do the EO stuff, and then if they happen to Google it, they'll be able to stumble upon it.
right. Yeah, when they go on the website to use the promo code, then they'll be like, oh shit, look what's on here.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we got to make sure that people don't get complaints and investigations on them. That would be, actually that might work out. I need the Marine Corps to ban Broken Jarhead. That would be the best publicity.
Yeah, well, I think the first step is like, get the foot in the door.
Yeah,
and then shit on the carpet. So.
Right. My old kill hat from boot camp bought a bunch of shit.
Really?
Yeah, his daughter wore the Moana with a machine gun to school. He's all about it. It's pretty funny.
Nice. Yeah, that's what I got my daughter, that hoodie too, the one with the Moana on it, and then I got her a couple of the Dark Disney stickers that she put on her iPad case.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, my son wore the Blue Falcon one to school the other day. I was like, he's 6. I didn't hear anything, but yeah. He's all proud of it.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound bad unless. So I feel like people that know what Blue Falcon stands for, then they're not going to be mad at it. So
right. Well, and it doesn't say Blue Falcon in it, but it says the blood of our own. So you kind of be like, what is that?
You got to think a little bit to get there. So
so it's school safe.
Yeah. I think you're good there. But so that's pretty much that part of it. I feel like was there another? I don't know. I spit out a lot of stuff.
No, I mean, that's really the specifics that I needed is, who our audience is, and how it's going to be structured. So if it's a class, are we going to say, hey, let's do this as a competition, whether it's a weekend thing or a top test taker or for the whole thing, and then strategically put in the politically correct stickers. So I think waiting until we get all of the coins and new patches in, because those are more generalized as opposed to just raunchy.
Yeah,
that would be probably a lot more of the stuff that we can push, like the sticker that says Anesta Mori, die with honor. Like I would have been all about that as a boot, right? So we have the sticker, we have the patch, and we have the coin of that one coming.
Nice.
And so if we send that like as a pack, then some people can get the sticker, some people can get the patch, some people can get the coin as a competition. I think that would be good. And I mean, we can, $25, $30 each one, or 50, I don't know. We just need to figure out how many of each thing we want to send, So once you get the points of contact, find out what they themselves want, because we want them to be motivated to advertise our stuff, right?
Yeah.
Then I think
people see them wearing it and they're like, what the fuck is that? Where'd you get it?
Yeah. That's the big thing, is just the word of mouth. So in being able, like in a schoolhouse, if we get the Anesta Mori one on the t-shirt and send them that, they can wear that anywhere. and it's not going to be like a big green dick or something, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I think the students would be all about that, and then say, oh yeah, here's a sticker or whatever. Yeah, I think that would work. So just who our audience is, how many of them there are, and what designs they want personally, and we'll just base it off of their personal design, right? Because if they're excited about it, they're going to get other people excited about it.
Yeah. If they don't feel invested, for sure.
Yeah. So, but I do think, drop bodies, not packets at the schoolhouse, the coin and sticker and all that kind of stuff. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that one's going to be a hit, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone that I've shown it to so far, they fucking love it. So, but we're
cool.
nerds.
Oh yeah.
Are you able to do? So I know I've seen on there the shirts you have, like the, what is it, olive drab green ones? Are you able to do? Like, what I'm trying to think of is like, you know how like you could get like unit shirts or whatever, so you could wear your
like a skivvy shirt.
Yeah, skivvy shirt. You can wear it in like boots and utes or fucking PT gear or whatever.
Yeah. All the tees, we had to switch around some stuff because it wasn't American made. So the new company has the olive drab, the skivvy shirt green, basically.
Oh, so it is in there. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. All the tees are on there. I like that now.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So I think that'd be cool. Well, yeah, for Marines, I think the Army is a different look. I think they have the brown or whatever, the coyote. But yeah, for Marines, we have Marine skivvy shirt green.
Perfect. Yeah. Oh, dang. Yeah, I guess I forget that there are other services too. So, but I'm trying to think if I know anyone. That's a whole thing too. Getting into other. So I guess you're pretty open with your design suggestions or whatever you call it, that when people come, so like for other, so I guess you're not opposed to doing stuff for designs for other services or.
Oh no, of course not. And I want to have stuff that kind of is universal. So I mean, like these designs for these stickers, cold dead hands, right? So that's more of like a gun nut sticker, but it's just chiseled into a Glock 19. So yeah, we're trying to have some designs that are not Marine specific, so that are if you're just a gun nut, or if you support the military, or you're just motivated, having designs for all of them.
Oh, it'd be a good one, the proud parent ones.
Oh yeah, that would be good,
because people are like, I love my Marine, or airman dad, like those ones.
That would be good if we came up with something. Well, it was funny, I was walking around the Navy Yard yesterday, and I had my little lanyard, the broken Jarhead lanyard. It says broken Jarhead.
Oh, you have lanyards too?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, so they're like $5, man. And it's got the little disconnect thing right there.
Yeah.
But this, I guess it was a Marine saw me.
It gives me more ideas, yeah.
He said Semper Fi Marine, and I was like, oh, Semper Fi. And then I realized he saw the color because it's identical to the United States Marine Corps one, but it just says broken Jarhead instead. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, we got. I need to find a different place to advertise them because I have them in the pins section, but not a lot of people buy the pins. So I'm ready to
the lanyards are in the pin section.
Yeah, I got 100 of them sitting here, and they're only $5. So I've sold quite a few of them. But yeah, I need to advertise them a little different, I think.
Yeah, I need to get one. Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it too. Yeah. I didn't even think about lanyards.
Yeah, man.
Those would be good for some of the schoolhouses, specific schoolhouses.
Oh yeah, too. Yeah. We can send those. Quite, send a 5-pack or something of those.
Yeah. Oh man. Dude, you're doing so many things. Fuck, I feel like I cut you off. You were saying something. I got excited.
We were talking about the I'm proud parent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Proud parent sticker. All right.
Yeah.
They did get or make ones like the Dependa rank ones. Like,
oh yeah, that'd be good.
Put like sergeant's wife or something like that. Like something
that would be good.
Just fucking disgusting and obnoxious.
That nobody will ever buy, but it's just hilarious.
Or even like there are some Dependas out there that would buy like
Yeah, actually,
recognize my rank or my
yeah, I had one the other day buy some stuff off me, and she's like, I am a Dependa, and but she's obviously not your average one.
Yeah, because she's self-aware.
So like, right, already, yeah. So
you're already in another category.
Exactly. So some of the military spouses are buying it because they want to offend the other military spouses. So that's pretty cool.
Getting it ironically in a way.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good too.
So yeah, but yeah, I welcome any ideas. So yeah, whatever you think will sell, I'll definitely consider it. But some of our best designs are from fan submissions.
I get. Yeah, that's cool. And that's another thing I like about what you're doing too, is there's so just the whole premise of it is relatable to vets. So for me as a vet, like the whole premise is relatable, and I like the a lot of the stuff and can tell how it relates. But then also there's like this element of feeling personally invested in it.
Because that's what we like.
Because you interact so much with your requests and with your posts and stuff, and then I like to put the art on the group and let them kind of design it with me, right? So get their ideas, like on the Facebook group, the private one. I'll post something that I'm working on, and then people will critique it, and throughout the day I'll come up with a final product that the fans have been able to help with, so that's kind of cool. And then everybody always gets too big and forgets about everybody else. So that's one thing we take a lot of time doing, is responding as much as we can to everybody that comments or says something, because I don't know, it's just I want it to feel like we're in this together kind of thing, so maybe one day we'll be too big, but I fully intend on having, let's say we're a $10 million company, I'm going to have a staff that's making sure we answer as many Facebook or social media posts as possible, just because everybody likes that. Right.
So
yeah. Oh, I've been thinking about that too. Like, I think I was talking to Shannon, or maybe it was you, or maybe it was in the group chat. I was saying how we need fucking interns. I feel like,
yeah, we're kind of at the point where we can't really afford to hire somebody, but we need to hire somebody.
Some free slavery labor.
Yeah, man, I've been doing 16-hour days for a few months at this point.
Yeah,
but it's fun.
How do you do all of that? That's suspicious.
I know, right? Yeah,
16-hour days.
Yeah, there's only 24 hours in the day.
I don't think
time management is suspicious.
Yeah.
yeah, idiot. But yeah, man, it's fun. I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see where we're at in a year. Hopefully we got something big going.
Yeah.
So I don't really see myself quitting my day job.
Right.
But if it got big enough, that would be nice.
Yeah. That's the dream, right?
Yeah, of course.
It would be nice to not be beholden to, not have to clock in for somebody else.
Right. But of course, the thing is too, if I quit my day job, then I have to be dependent on the income of this company, which means I can't be as bold with my posts. So it almost would be better to just let it be its own thing.
Yeah.
If it could pay my mortgage, that would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that would. Yeah. No, but I think. I mean, obviously, I don't know anything, but I like the way that you're doing it, because I feel like, because for me right now, I feel my observation is like everything that you're doing is because you enjoy it, and you want to. You kind of have kind of like a compulsion. There's a compulsion there about it, and you're doing it to create and feel fulfilled and also interact.
Right.
And I think that I feel like you're doing well in being able to do that. And then eventually there'll be a point when not the tips touch, but like the lines cross of I guess how much effort you're putting into it, and then what you're able to get out of it, kind of thing.
Yeah. That's it'll if it happens, it'll be organically, I think. I'm not going to force anything, because like you said, everything is just genuine and from the heart, and like you said, because we want to and we like to and we enjoy it. And I think if it feels forced, then it's just not going to be as good, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think just keep doing it how we're doing it, and we'll see what happens.
Perfect.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
Yeah, man.
You said you had like an hour. That was about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm technically still on the clock.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah, I gotta do the same thing.
Oh man.
Do you random real quick? Do you watch Vet?
Yeah.
You know Vet TV?
Oh yeah. I was just watching them this weekend.
You do? Yeah, I try to like get more people turned on to it, because it's fucking it's genius. Like the simplest way to say it is like all the crazy veteran shit that's in our heads. They made basically made a TV network for it.
Oh yeah. I sent them my my commercial to see if they liked it. See if they
did you hear back?
No, I just sent it today. So
okay, got you.
I probably won't hear back, but you never know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, fingers crossed. But
yeah, I don't expect to hear back. Sorry, I was messing with my volume.
No worries.
Yeah, I don't expect to hear back, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah, but I guess part of me asking was so I'm also trying to think of like different ways. I don't know. Let me put this to you. How appealing do you think? Fuck, I don't know. Never mind. I'll figure it out later. I'll figure out what I'm trying to think of. I think it's basically like a review of episodes or of seasons. Like, how appealing do you think?
Oh yeah, like reviewing the Vet TV episodes.
Yeah, like talking about it, because I'm trying to think of ways to like get it to people. Because like when you tell your friends about a show, you're like, hey, this show is cool, you should check it out.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, all right, well, why should I check it out? And then you explain it, and they're like, oh, cool. Then they go. Because like maybe they've seen the commercials, or like it's in their watch list, but they just haven't gone over and watched it yet. So I'm trying to think of how to like bridge that gap of like talking about an episode and then trying to get see someone to watch it. But
yeah, like people that haven't watched it or haven't watched it in a while. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That'd be cool. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that'd be neat, because they have a lot. I mean, they have a lot of content.
Yeah. There's a ton, but I don't know. Like I said, I have a million. Like my brain just like spews shit out. So
yeah, that's how mine is. Just go everywhere at all times.
But yeah. So we'll wrap it up since we're both running out of time. But so let's see. So now you got the podcast, the blog, the merch site, was there one more thing?
Patreon.
Oh yeah, Patreon.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll put up the all the infos for those.
Cool.
But yeah, Patreon, that's huge. I like that, man.
Yeah, I hope it works out.
So yeah,
keep us on the air.
I appreciate it. Yeah. So you said the podcast, the episodes come out. You're gonna be coming out pretty much every day.
Yeah. This week it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then starting next week it'll be every day. Every morning they'll be released. So
perfect. So do you have anything like any, I don't know, promotions or anything going on? Are you doing anything with the card game, or is there anything that you want people to jump on? Or
Honorable Discharge is like a perfect game to take to the field instead of playing spades 300 times. There's only 18 cards in the game, and it takes like 15 minutes a round, but it's pretty fun, and it's made by Marines for Marines. And then check out the podcast and give us topics. We read every single topic, so you can send us on our website or on the Facebook page or whatever, and we read your name, your first name, and then the topic, and we randomly discuss it. So we don't know what we're going to read or talk about until we're in the episode.
Oh, okay. So you just like pull it out of the hat.
And So I used my phone. We have an Excel sheet that we have shared. So we have all of them listed there, but we haven't given them any thought. We just copy and paste them. And then the random number generator is like number 17. And we look at line 17, and the topic, it's like, oh, it's from John from Facebook, and the topic is whatever. And we just start talking.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
So the topics, that's just through Facebook, and then also you can do through Patreon?
Yeah, once you get on Patreon, it'll hook you up with our Discord, so you can do the topics there. Eventually, we'll exclusively offer the topic submission through Patreon, but for now, we have zero Patreons, whatever you call them. So yeah, for now it's through Patreon, Facebook, or on our website, the brokenpodcast.live.
I'm gonna go be your first Patreon then.
Yeah, buddy. I'll be my second. So yeah, it should be fun.
Awesome. That's exciting, man. Yeah, every time I talk to her, I see what you got going on. It's fucking, I don't know, I get like a little giggle, a little giggle and a jiggle in my taint. It gets me excited, but yeah, that's cool, man.
Thanks.
Is it just audio or do you have video too?
Right now we only do audio.
Okay.
Because Nick has reasons that he can't do video.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's just audio.
Yeah,
you don't want to see our faces anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, cool. So I guess that, I mean, I don't have anything else unless you do.
Nah, man. Yeah, no, this was fun. I appreciate it.
Yeah, me too. Thanks for doing it again, and I'll for sure keep spamming you with all the fucking shit that falls out of my head.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about this super random thing?
No, keep them coming. And then once we get our feed under us with the podcast, we'll have you on and get you into the mix if you want to do random topics. Deal.
I have a feeling that I want to verbally spar with Nick. I feel like
Nick's crazy, man.
Yeah, I think that we would have fun.
Yeah, I've known him for eight years, and still sometimes I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? Yeah, how he is on the podcast is him. Like, that is him. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Yeah, I was like, oh man, this dude would be. I feel like I have crazy shit in my head. So like, when I see other people, that I'm like, oh, that dude's nuts. I get excited.
He's a psychopath.
Perfect.
So.
All right, yeah, I'll check that out then, man. Yeah.
Cool, man. Sounds good.
So, appreciate it.
All right, yeah, I'll talk to you later.
All right, bro. Later.
Bye.